Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make internet famous sweet potato pie. You see, this recipe came from a photo on the front page of Reddit where a man had this recipe tattooed on his arm. That's right, he thought this sweet potato pie was so good, he got a tattoo of it. Now his tattoo is only a list of ingredients, so that's where I come in. I am going to attempt to fill in the blanks and make this into a sweet potato pie. I have no idea if it'll work, but it should, so let's try it and see what happens. Now you will need an unbaked pie crust, so you'll get that ready first. Now his tattoo calls for 4 sweet potatoes, but that doesn't really make sense. What you'll want is some cooked mashed sweet potato, and you'll need about 1 pound or 2 cups. Now the next 2 ingredients listed on the tattoo are half a cup of butter, which I assume needs to be softened, and 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Now my best guess is that you'd want to cream this together using a hand mixer first. And then we're ready to add in our 2 cups of mashed sweet potato, and we'll mix that in. Now next up on our tattoo is 4 eggs, so we'll put those in. Next up on our tattoo recipe is the spices. We have half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. And I'm gonna mix this in before I add in anything else so it doesn't clump up. So last, it calls for 1 2/3 cup of evaporated milk, and we will just mix this in. We'll just pour this into our prepared pie shell. Just don't overfill your pie. Now, when I bake this kind of pie, I like to start it out in a 425-degree oven to blast it with heat for about 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, reduce the heat to 350 degrees, and then continue to cook until the filling is set. My guess is that this is gonna take somewhere around 40 minutes. All right, it's time to take a look at our finished pie. This is definitely my first time eating a tattoo recipe. Possibly could have baked a little bit longer, but the flavor is actually really good. Who knew? It's tattoo sweet potato pie. It's actually pretty good. I'd probably add another 10 to 15 minutes onto the cooking time because you can see it's not quite done in the middle. Now, to be fair, my pie is also still a little bit warm. That may impact the texture that you're seeing here, but I'd still recommend adding on another 10 minutes to the baking time. But overall, this is a pretty good recipe, especially since it came from a tattoo on Reddit. I mean, who gets their recipes from Reddit?